And now, Andrew Does Everything proudly presents Cinderella, based on the story of Cinderella. Once upon a time, there lived a young girl named Cinderella. Cinderella had 5 ugly, mean stepsisters named Tasha, Hannah, Rena, and the twins Ellie and Emmy. Tasha, Hannah, Rena, Ellie, and Esme made Cinderella do all the chores. Sweep the floors, wash the dishes, do it all, said Tasha, Hannah, Rena, Ellie, and Emmy all together. One day, the king of Tripleville's messenger said, Hear ye, the king of Tripleville is going to throw a ball, and whoever has the most beautiful gown and crown shall marry his son, Prince Stripling. But Cinderella is not welcome. Her stepsisters are... Tasha said, He's going to marry me. Hannah said, No way, Tasha. He's going to marry me. Rena said, Both of you are wrong. He's going to marry me. Ellie said, All 3 of you are wrong. He's going to marry me. Emmy said, Are you kidding, sister? He's going to marry me. Later, Cinderella is so sad because she cannot go to the ball. Suddenly, Cinderella's fairy godmother asks what's wrong. Why are you crying, Cinderella? She asks. Cinderella responds, I can't go to the ball and marry Prince Stripling. The fairy godmother said, I can help with a bit of magic. She waved her magic wand and chanted the magic word. Triply, trappily, triply, true. And then Cinderella's chores are all done, but the fairy godmother said, She's not done. He then said, Cinderella, go fetch me a good old pumpkin. Luckily, Cinderella has 3 pumpkins. The fairy godmother waved her magic wand and chanted the magic word, Triply, trappily, troppily, true. And then the 3 pumpkins turned into a handsome coach drawn by 6 strong horses. And then Cinderella's do-rag and red dress turned into a gown and crown. Cinderella said, I've never seen such a triple-tastic crown and gown. And get a load of my glass slippers. The fairy godmother said, Have fun, Cinderella, but I would warn you. Return home before midnight, or the spell will be broken. Cinderella accepted the warning. Meanwhile, at the ball, Prince Stripling was wondering who he should marry. Tasha, Hannah, Rena, Ellie, and Emmy say all together, He's walking towards me! But he's not walking towards any of them. But he's walking towards Cinderella. Cinderella and Prince Stripling dance together. But later, Cinderella realized it's almost midnight, so she scurried out of the ball. And she's running so fast that she lost one of her glass slippers. Prince Stripling was so worried. He afraid that he might never see Cinderella again. So he traveled around Tripleville to find her and brought the tiny glass slipper with him. He knocked on the door of the house where Cinderella and her ugly, mean stepsisters lived. Ladies, I have a favor to ask. Can you try on this glass slipper? Tasha first. Hannah second. Rena third, and the twins last, but none of their feet fit. Suddenly, Prince Stripling noticed Cinderella singing. She exclaimed, Prince Stripling, is that you? Prince Stripling said, Of course it's me. Freela gets so excited because she's happy to have Prince Tripling back. And he doesn't need to put on the glass slipper back on Freela's foot because it's so uncomfortable. And they both live happily ever after. The end. And now, Andrew Does Everything proudly presents 42erella. It is based on the story of Cinderella, with a bit of a twist. Let's tell you the story, shall we? Once upon a time, there was a young adult girl named 42erella. 42erella had 8 ugly, mean, wicked stepsisters named Farah, Olivia, Ramona, Tanya, Yvonne, Tasha, Winona, and Una. All 8 of them constantly made fun of 42erella and made her do all the chores. 42, wench, sweep the floors, wash the dishes, do it all, said the ugly, mean, wicked stepsisters all together. One day, the king of 42berg's messenger arrives and says, "Hear ye, hear ye! The king of 42berg is going to throw a ball and with lots of food at 9 o'clock. And 11 o'clock is dance time. And whoever has the most beautiful gown and crown shall marry his son, Prince Tetradecagonal. Can I come?" asked 42erella, but she's not welcome. Her ugly, mean, wicked stepsisters Farah to Una are. "He's going to marry me," said Farah, the oldest stepsister. "No way, Farah." "Wrong, he's going to marry me," said Olivia. "Both of you are wrong, he's going to marry me," said Ramona. The rest say, "All 3 of you are wrong, he's going to marry me." Later, 42erella is so sad, upset, and distraught about not going to the ball and marrying Prince Tetradecagonal. Suddenly, her fairy godmother arrives and comforts her. There now, 42erella. I can help with a bit of magic. Nobody will know it's you." And so, she waves her magic wand. And because of that, all of 42erella's chores are all done, and her best party dress is fixed and made bigger and better. 42erella says, "I've never seen such a quadrigental-tastic gown! And get a load of my glass slippers. Fairy godmother, how can I ever thank you enough?" But 42erella's fairy godmother is not done yet. She said, "42erella, go fetch me a pumpkin and some mice." Luckily, 42erella has 42 pumpkins and 84 mice. 42erella's fairy godmother waves her magic wand again to turn the 42 pumpkins into a handsome coach and the 84 mice into horses. 42erella climbs into the coach. Her fairy godmother says, "Have fun, 42erella, but I will warn you, return home before midnight, or the spell will be broken, and everything will change back to normal." And so, 42erella accepted the warning. Meanwhile, at the ball, Prince Tetradecagonal was wondering who he should marry. "Son, wondering who to marry, son?" asks the king of 42berg, in which Prince Tetradecagonal says, "Yes, father, I don't know who." Suddenly, 42erella arrives at the ball just in time. Farah, Olivia, Ramona, Tanya, Yvonne, Tasha, Winona, and Una say all together, "He's walking towards me!" But he's not walking towards any of them. Prince Tetradecagonal is walking towards 42erella. He then asks, May I please have this dance?" "I would be delighted," said 42erella. Prince Dua, Quadrogen, Tumbling, and 42-Arella dance happily together. But later, 42-Arella realized it's almost midnight, so she screamed out of the ball. And she was running so fast that she lost both her glass slippers. Prince Dua, Quadrogen, Tumbling was so worried that he might never see 42-Arella again. The king of 42-Burgs comforted him by saying, There, now, son. I think we'll be able to find 42-Arella, he said. And so, they began their journey all around the neighborhood to find her and brought the 2 glass slippers she lost with them. By the time they arrive, they knock on the door at the house where 42-Arella and her 8 ugly, mean, wicked stepsisters, Tina to Ona, Farah to Una live. But instead of 42-Arella, they find Farah to Una. They then say, Prince Dua, Quadrogen, Tumbling, Ladies, my father and I have a favor to ask. Can any of you try on this glass slipper? Slippers? Farah is first, but her feet are too big. Olivia is next, but her feet are too small. Nonsense! They fit! She said. The rest did the same, but none of their feet are the right size. Suddenly, the king of 42-Burg and Prince Dua, Quadrogen, Tumbling noticed 42-Arella singing. Prince Dua, Quadrogen, Tumbling, and your majesty is going to throw. Is that you guys? The king of 42-Burg exclaims, My dear daughter-in-law, 42-Arella, we found you! And the glass slippers fit. And now, 42-Arella, Prince Quadrogen, Tumbling, and the king of 42-Burg lived happily ever after. The end. I hope you enjoyed this story, Andrew's Doers. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and Andrew Does Everything, and buy our merchandise at AndrewDoesEverything.com. Take care. Bye.